Hello my friends, Ahsoka the Geek here, and for this review we're going to take a look at the Mafex Batman The Dark Knight Returns Superman. So here he is, my friends. So this is the Mafex Superman based on the artwork of Mr. Frank Miller. This is of course from the seminal The Dark Knight Returns, and right away just looking at this figure, man, I think they really hit a home run with this rendition of Superman. So yeah, super excited to open this guy up. I purchased this off eBay, off a seller. It ranges from about 100 to around 140 bucks right now, since it was recently released. I would definitely recommend jumping on this guy if you are interested. The first version of the Hush Superman ended up skyrocketing in price, and I feel like if it's a popular Mafex character or figure, they will go up in value. So definitely pick this up if you are so inclined to do so. But anyways, enough of that. Without further ado, let's get him out of the packaging and take a look. Alright, before I start gushing over the figure, let's talk about what this figure comes with. So first of all, the packaging. Look at that. It's got that beautiful Frank Miller artwork right from The Dark Knight Returns. The figure isn't connected to that packaging, so it's not damaged as you take it out. So you could definitely probably cut this up, use it as a backdrop if you so wanted to, so desired. So that's really cool. Comes with a flight stand. I don't really care for the Mafex flight stands. I always have a problem with them as far as balancing my figures on them. I actually prefer using the McFarlane flight stands for my Mafex figures. Mafex figures. I feel like it's a little bit sturdier, but still nice that they included that. Next we have this alternate head. This is the battle damaged. I need to cut my nails. This is the battle damaged Superman head right from the comic book. Very accurate to the source material. Looks amazing. So really nice alternate head there. Next we have multiple sets of alternate hands. And I love the way Mafex gives you this little hand holder for all these alternate hands. It's just a really nice extra touch. You're paying a premium price for this premium figure, so it's nice that they went the extra mile here and gave you a nice little holder for the hands. So look at all those different 4 sets of extra hands, my friends. 4 sets. This isn't just a closed-fisted one, by the way. This one allows you to attach the last accessory, Green Arrow's arrow. If you're familiar with the comic book, if you're not, go read it. What are you doing? In The Dark Knight Returns, spoiler alert, the Green Arrow ends up trying to, he shoots a kryptonite arrow at Superman to sort of throw him off balance, weaken him, and it's a really cool scene. If Mafex does a Green Arrow figure, man, that would be amazing based on his appearance in this comic. But anyways, there you have it. Alright, so now let's take a look at the figure itself. So here he is, and man, this is just a beautiful quality figure. Mafex, it's been somewhat hit or miss with me, depending on the figure. I had the Mafex Spider-Man, and he broke like right out of the packaging. For me, the thinner the joints, the more breakable Mafex figures are. But with these DC ones, they've been perfect. I haven't had any problems with anything breaking. They've been very nicely done. So yeah, really can't speak highly enough as far as the DC figures go. They've been all top notch in my opinion. So anyways, back to the figure. So first of all, I love the face they chose for this figure. Usually when you do a Frank Miller Superman, it's like a, someone give a good example. It's a caveman. Yes, someone said on my Instagram, it's like a caveman looking face. And he did kind of look like that in the comic book in some panels, but he also looked like this in some panels. He looked like a very handsome Superman. So I'm glad they went with this face because it looks so good. I love that hair. Look at that awesome Elvis looking hair, and it looks so great at different angles. Just such a really nice job there. Love the paint applications. Love the detail of the face. Love the S logo right from the comic books. The color is perfect. This is like my favorite Superman blue. Honestly, this is just fantastic. The cape is really nice as well. My cape is a little, some threads coming out at the top there, but that's okay. It's a wired cape, and it's a very regal looking cape. My buddy Rob the Toys, check him out on Instagram. He's amazing. He let me know that the Hush Superman, the second version they released, actually looks like has the same cape as this, which is great. I might have to get that second version of the Hush Superman, because this cape is amazing. It is thick. It's regal. The red is just like, oh, it's so nicely done. It reminds me of the Christopher Reeve Superman cape miniaturized. This is so nicely done. The articulation, as you can see, Mafex has a lot of articulation here. You have a really nice ab crunch. You can do all kinds of different poses with him, different flight poses. You can do so much with this figure. So yeah, I'm really happy with this figure, if you couldn't tell. I think it's really captured Frank Miller's art. The Dark Knight Returns is one of my favorite Batman, or actually one of my favorite comic book stories ever. So that's why I keep buying these figures, but they look amazing. So yeah, really, I have no complaints. I mean, really, the only thing is the little thread sticking out on my cape, but that's a minor quibble. Everything else is really, really nicely done. It's just pretty much perfect. You know, the blues, the yellows, everything is so vibrant. It's a really lovely figure. All right, let's see how he stacks up to a few other figures. All right, my friends, before we get to the comparison, I did actually pull out my copy of The Dark Knight Returns. And I think that is what they are basing this figure on, kind of that look of him from the comics. So yeah, if you look at the comics, obviously a lot different than the figure, just because that Frank Miller artwork is very very unique. But I think they did a great job of just capturing the spirit of it, especially from that less gruffy looking caveman-esque version that we're used to getting. So yeah, I think I'm really happy with the way they capture the Superman here. There he is, getting bloodied up a little bit. But yeah, there you go. So that's just kind of a look at the inspiration. By the way, this is my leather-bound, the complete Frank Miller Batman. I've had this book literally since I was in high school. So yeah, there you go. A little bit of comic book history for you there. Anyways, back to the review. So here he is next to the Mafex battle-damaged Batman, and then the Hush Superman, also from Mafex. So as you can see, he scales perfectly with Batman. They're done in the same style, have a very similar bulk to them, so he looks great next to him. Next to Jim Lee, obviously a very different art style, but also looks very nice compared with him, so they all have a nice consistency to them as far as the scale goes. I mean, this is how a Jim Lee Superman should look next to a Frank Miller Superman. And look, they're all falling over the place. So there it is. All right. So anyways, they're all falling down now. So let's go. All right. All right. I'm just going to take it down. So my final thoughts. Love this figure. It's really nicely done. Really captures the spirit of Frank Miller's artwork. The quality of it is fantastic. The cape is awesome. Yeah, I can't really recommend this enough. If you're a fan of just an awesome Superman figure, if you're a fan of The Dark Knight Returns, I highly recommend getting this sooner rather than later. Again, Mafex figures do tend to shoot up in price quite a bit, so I would highly recommend hopping on it. Yeah, if you want them, that is. As always, I will be doing more comparisons, more pictures, more content on my Instagram page, plug. So definitely check out my Instagram page if you would like. Other than that, thank you for watching. Always appreciate your support, whoever you are watching this video, and have a great day.